Hello, I'm John Gill. I'm the Sales and Marketing Manager for AMADEO UK. Firstly, I think it's important to understand why it's important to have a base in the country in which you operate. A lot of our competitors try to service the UK from overseas, and we took a different approach at AMADEO. We've set up our own office here in London. We have a dedicated sales and marketing team. We have a dedicated technical support team, and that's probably more important in some ways because it's the post-installation piece that is most important to our customers. So at AMADEO, we're very serious about the UK market, and we show that with our dedication. We think that there are many things that set us apart from the competition. Let's focus on a couple. Innovation is probably the most important one. We don't rest on our laurels. I think one of the biggest complaints we hear from customers is that access control doesn't really evolve, and when it does evolve, it does so at a very, very slow pace. At AMADEO, we're always looking at what the next new technology is going to be. What can we do to improve our existing systems and our technologies? What's coming next in the market? And we also tend to look at our markets in isolation. So we don't adopt a one-size-fits-all policy. We look, so taking the hospitality market as one example, everything we do is focused around either independent small hotels or the larger chains. We don't try to adopt one product and fit it into all markets. First and foremost, customer feedback is hugely important to us as a business, and it's how we set out our stall in terms of our product development roadmap. Let me give you an example. One of the recurring areas of friction in any hotel is the whole check-in process. We've all had that experience of standing in long queues at reception. We've probably been on a plane or traveling for several hours. All we want to do is get to our room. We took a look at how we could help customers with this challenge, and we came up with three solutions in one. So the first was digital keys. Now, digital keys have been around for over a decade, but adoption rates are really, really low, particularly in hospitality, typically less than 10%. And the reason for that is that people have to usually download an app, they have to register, they have to give a myriad of details just in order to download the app and then get their key. Customers don't want to do this. They don't want to do this because it's time consuming, it's aggravating. But one of the main reasons they don't want to do it is they don't want several apps on their phone for every single hotel that they visit. So the AMADEO digital key experience is very different. We use a progressive web app whereby reception can send confirmation to the guest. They can click on the link and the key is immediately delivered to their phone. It's only used for the duration of their stay. No annoying apps clogging up their phone. The second element to this is our kiosk. So one of the big areas of challenge in most hotels is the crowding, the queues, and the kiosk helps with this. Guests can check themselves in without having to wait at reception. They can just bypass reception and go straight to their room. What this also offers is a cost-effective solution for smaller hotels whereby they can't afford to have a 24-hour reception. Guests can check themselves in after hours. And that takes us on to our final point, which is after-hours check-in. So we have a facility to allow guests or late arrivals to still enter the hotel and get themselves checked in without having to call reception or get somebody to let them into the building. So overall, I think that this is just one example of how AMADEO listens to its customers and how we develop our products accordingly. I think the future of access control is more automation, more integration, and a more seamless and personalized customer experience. What do I mean by that? Well, in terms of automation, access control needs to be easy. It needs to be less of a barrier, less friction for the customer to use. In terms of integrations, as the word suggests, it is the ability to be able to integrate with other solutions. The modern buildings these days have a number of systems, and access control can't sit outside of those. And finally, what do we mean by a more personalized customer experience? Well, the customer needs to be placed at the center of the access control solution. Instead of making life difficult for them, we should be looking to make life easier for them. And this is introducing technologies such as facial recognition, or even the fact that you don't need to use any kind of device or key when you approach a door. That for me is the future. But to put it quite simply, the future is AMADEO.